Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Hi, hi, hi. Oh. Let me just plug my iPad in real quick because it's on like 2% battery. David was watching some TV on it to go to bed last night. Okay. I'm ready. How is everyone today? It's Wednesday, which I feel like this week has gone so quickly. I can't even believe it. So today we're going to do the whipped backstitch for these leaves here. So I'm going to take a fairly dark green, not like the darkest green. And you're going to use all 6 strands. Thread your needle. I keep thinking that my music is too loud and that Instagram is going to clock on to the fact that I'm listening to music and delete me. Stop the stream. Right, so yesterday we did the regular backstitch, which was just go forward again, and then back, and then forward again, and then back. So we're going to do the exact same thing for around the outside and inside of each leaf. But then we're going to do an extra step, which is to whip it. And it's going to get a similar effect to this, but not exactly the same. So this one will look more like a rope with defined edges, and this one will be more whipped. So I'm going to show you, as always. So like I said before, we're going to use all 6 strands and do the back stitch first. I'm thinking that I should try to do a random thread, like ambidextrous stitching. So like have one hand on the top and one hand on the bottom and like try to do it that way. I think it might be interesting to try. Because I find that my left hand just holds it. That's it. So how are you guys? How's your week been? Has it been all right? I feel like it's been so fast. And like, I already want to release the next part of the pattern so that everyone can see it and get more excited. I think some people have already figured out what the pattern is, because I might have accidentally shown you last week. Whoops. Meg's still sick. Aw, babes. Okay, so I've done the outline. So I like to do the outline first without the middle. And then we're going to go back up through this one. And then we're going to go through each of the stitches like this, underneath. Can I grab it? And then again the next one. Guys, I'm doing it left-handed. So awkward. So essentially what it's doing is it's making a really tight kind of twisty. So you can see how this is quite twisted. Maybe not, maybe I can, maybe? Where the other one looks more like rope. This one will just be twisted. And then all the little spaces in between where you put your needle down between each of the back stitches, that will all be filled. So if you've got a bit of a wonky back stitch, meaning it's not entirely straight, you could just go back and whip it so that it makes it a little bit more solid. Here she comes. So I like to go from the inside out because you don't have to stick any stitches. So I always like to go from the inside and then outwards. So at the top of the very tip, again, just do the next stitch inside outwards. And let me know if you have any questions. As always, I'm always happy to help. And then at the very end, I give it a little tug and just to smooth it out, and then you're gonna go right back down. And there you go. Don't pull too tight before, or sorry, I was just reading the comment as well. So yeah, the first thing that you do is the back stitch, Lucy, and then you go back through each of the little things. So I'll do it again for the inside here. But you just don't want to pull it too tight or it'll pull all the stitches in, and you want them to lay quite flat. So if you do pull too tight, then just go back and put your finger like this around it and kind of pull it and let it lay flat. So if you're just tuning in, we're doing the back stitch all the way up. And then we're going to go back and then whip it. And standby stitching, I don't know your real name, I just know your Insta name. But she said that she's never done this stitch before. I really like it. I like it to outline leaves, and then you can put some stitches in the inside, and it kind of makes it give like a little raised effect and a nice outline border. I will say that it is a pain when you have other things. So for example, I would never do a whipped back stitch on the outside of this after I've already filled in the inside, because for every stitch you need to go under each one. And with all of these threads, it's Jade. Hi, Jade. Yeah, so you have to go under each of the stitches. And when you have so many strands on the inside filled in, it's really easy to snag them, and then nobody's gonna have a fun day. It's just gonna cause you a headache. I want that right in the tip of that. There you go. So yeah, back stitch. And then you're gonna go back up through the top and then whip it. So you're gonna go under each of these. So when you already have some stitches and you really need to get your needle under just one, you really don't want to snag these ones and like misplace them. So I like to have my hand underneath. Can you see my finger here? And you just kind of push up just a very little bit right by the stitch so that you can get the needle under and over. So hopefully I don't sew like this. So if you can, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I've just pushed it up a little bit so that I can get the needle around. Come on. And then back down. One leaf finished. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other ones. Oh, what was that? Was it the mail? scared the bejesus out of me. You're such a scaredy cat dog. Oh my God. I legitimately just jumped. Okay, so this is gonna go too far, so I'm not gonna do that. Oh my God. Please do not walk into a lamppost. Do you want to go outside now? Huh? Did that scare you too much? All right, come on. Go up. Quickly, let's go. Here you go. Hurry up. Be a good girl. Lots of activity today. We got the mail early. Normally the postman doesn't come until like 1 or 2 o'clock, and today's early. Right, so I've just come up over here, and I've noticed that it's gonna go over the top, so I'm gonna just move it to over here so that I don't see. God, Jessie is such scaredy cat. Yeah, seriously, be careful. I really don't want you to be like, it's your fault. You made me run into a lamppost. Here we go. So I think later today, I'm going to release the next part of the pattern, even though I said I was only going to do it on Thursday. But I think I'll release it later. I've got coffee with a friend at 11. So after this, I need to go. You're such a speedy stitcher. For me, if I can get the right outline, meaning like if I don't trace it wonky in the first place, it becomes kind of mindless. You just kind of do it, don't you? But if I trace it bad, I find that I'm much slower because you kind of have to think about each of the stitches. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna release the pattern today, maybe after coffee, and then you guys can have a look at the next bit, or maybe I'll just show it to you at the end of this, so you can have a little look. And then start planning your colors for Friday when we start it. So tomorrow is going to be a little catch up, which means I'm just going to tell you what the stitches we've used before. And then we're going to whoop whoop. And then you guys get to kind of choose some of the details. So we'll fill some of this in, we'll fill this in as well. And then if you guys want to do go back and whip these black lines, these 3, then you can. I know some people, because they traced it a little bit wonky, like mine was not traced very straight, so even some of these down at the bottom are a little bit like kind of not entirely straight, so I might go back tomorrow and whip those. But I like to have days where you guys can use what I've taught you. Well, some of you already know, obviously. You already know how to stitch, so I haven't really taught you anything, have I? But to use what I taught you to make your own decisions. So maybe you want to fill in the leaves with a satin stitch, or maybe you want to try to do French knots in the middle, or maybe you want to try to do just backstitch all the way around, or French knot all the way around. It's really all your choice. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. But let me tell you, the colors so far and the stitches that you guys have done so far, oh my God, so good. Like every single time I'm like, you guys are amazing. I think I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna go back and do this now because I have to get new thread and I don't want to whip. Yeah, so this is a good point. If you only have a little bit left, please don't start whipping it because you can really only go down at the end or in the middle of one of these. So you really don't want to run out of thread here in the middle of your whipping, if that makes sense. So yeah, don't start to whip it unless you know that you can finish it with that thread. It's not a time to be playing thread chicken, guys. Hi for people who are just joining. I don't like that. Yeah, I also love seeing all the color combos. They're so pretty. And I like that a lot of them are ones that maybe I would not have chosen for myself, meaning like they're not bad. They're just like something that I wouldn't have thought of. And I love that because I feel like I never do blues or purples. I don't know why, but I just don't do them very often. And I've seen so many people do such amazing little blue and purple flowers, and even like the really big one being blue and purple. Like I love that because it just makes me think I need to use my blues and purples more. Okay, I think we've just got one leaf left. I've got to whip this one, and then, you know what, I'm going to knot this. And I've noticed that a lot of people have been leaving comments. Thank you so much. That's so amazing. People are dropping like flies today. Y'all must be busy. Or I'm just boring. Don't worry, I don't take it to heart. It's all right. I don't mind. And I think I only have 8 more, or yeah, maybe 8 more people on YouTube, and then I get to change the URL, the little web address, so that people can find it easier. I'm so excited. It's such a stupid thing. Like I've always said, I'm never gonna have a YouTube channel. I'm never gonna be one of those people like and subscribe. Come and do my YouTube. Come and see my YouTube channel. I was like, I'm never gonna do that. That was ridiculous. I don't know why I just came up there. But yeah, I've only got a couple more left. I'm so excited to change it to something that's not like a million letters long. What has happened here? Get back down there. Okay. Not boring. This is my favorite part of the day. You guys are too nice to me. Seriously. I don't deserve you. Not at all. Oh, that's so sweet. It says the stitch along is my favorite way to end my day. She's in Australia. And it's 9:20. That's so nice. I've rescheduled everything around 10 a.m. for the stitch along. You guys. Jessie wants in. So when Jessie wants in, she knocks on the door with her paws. And if you don't go let her in, she just does it like with increasing intensity until you go and let her in. But I'm almost finished, so I'm just going to see if I can get away with just... It's nice out. It's not raining. She can go and talk to the rooster, maybe. Can you hear her knocking? She gets so mad. She's like, let me in now. I said it. I want in. Kirsten, I'm from Ohio. Where in Ohio are you from? It is Kirsten, right? Oh my God, she's still doing it. I'm from Toledo, but I live in England. Cincinnati, that's not far at all. Well, it's like across the state, but I feel like, because England is so small, people are like, oh my God, it's like an hour away. I don't know if I can go. I'm like, it's an hour. Like, I've got a house, like a little tiny lake house that we go to in the summer. And it's by Brooklyn, Michigan. So it's literally an hour away. And like oftentimes if we forget something in Toledo, we'll drive back an hour and go get it. Like, it's not that far. And like people in England are like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to make it. It'll be like 10 miles away in an hour and a half. It's like, it's so silly. We've got friends in Stoke. Yeah, it's really not that bad. Like 3 to 4 hours is not far at all to drive, like to go see someone or like to go for like an event or something. Like I would happily do that. We've got some family in Stoke and like we don't see them very often. And I was like, why don't we ever see our family there? And my husband's like, it's not far, but like, she's getting so pissed. Yeah, I'm like, it's not far, but like, I don't know. Oh my God, what is going on today? Hello, thank you. You guys, what is it with today? Every other day, like nothing's ever happened. 20 minutes, perfect. Today, oh my God, everything is happening. But I've just got my bridesmaid's dress in the mail from my parents, so for my brother's wedding. But yeah, I thought Jessie was ringing the doorbell. I wouldn't put it past her, to be honest. She stood at the door right now, and she's just staring at me like, let me in. I want to come in right now. Let me in. So Stitches by Meg has said everything is hours drive from where I am. Ugh. Like everything? Like grocery stores, everything? Meg says, we have a friend in New York who drives 3 to 4 hours. And I'm like, what? You're crazy. Yeah, I feel like people in England are like, that's too far. I cannot believe you're from Ohio. Yeah. She's so mad. I cannot believe so many things have happened this morning. That's just, nothing ever happens. But yeah, my brother and his fiance are getting married in the summer in August, so we always go back to Ohio anyways for 5 or 6 weeks in the summer, visit my family. So this year they'll have a wedding, and I went to go get a dress from David's Bridal here in Birmingham, and they don't stock certain sizes, so I had to get the dress ordered to my parents' house, and then my parents have had to send it to me in England. So I got the mail early, and I got the dress, so I get to go try that on. That'll be fun. I think Jessie gave up. Okay, so she says that there's shops and everything, but if she wants to see a band, she'd have to go to Sydney, which is 4 hours away. Isn't Skyline the like the chili place where you get like chili and like chili mac and over like fries and stuff? Is that Skyline? I don't know if we have one. I feel like there's one like in Sandusky by like Cedar Point or something. Yes. No, I actually have not had it, but I feel like I've like seen commercials for it or something. You guys, I made it. I made it through the leaves. I thought I would never have it. And spaghetti. Yeah, so don't they put the chili on the spaghetti? It's called, yeah, isn't it chili mac? Isn't that what it's called? You can get fries and spaghetti and coney, like coney hot dogs. Oh, I love hot dogs. Oh my God. Kirsten, I'm going to have to show you. They have like hot dogs in the stores here in England, but they're like from Germany and like in a can. It cracks me up every time I see them. I'm like, I just want a regular like Oscar Mayer wiener hot dog, like on the grill. That would be amazing. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm off to go try my bridesmaid's dress on and see if it fits. I really hope it fits. So this is the whipped backstitch. I did all 6 strands, backstitch first, and then you need to whip it under each and every single stitch. So I'll give you 1 more minute if you've got any questions, and let me go get the pattern because I said I would show you the next part. I will take pics. I'm so excited. So yeah, it's like a red, like a bright red though. Yeah, so let me find the next part of the pattern for you. Okay, this one has like all the writing. Oops, sorry. It has all the writing on it. But are you ready? I think it's this one. Okay, I can't show anymore. Okay, so I'm really excited for next time. And I think I'll release the link later today so you can download. And then at the end of doing all the details tomorrow, I'll help, I'll show how to transfer the pattern again, just in case anybody needs to see. Okay? So I hope you guys have a great day. I'm off to have coffee with a friend in Kings Heath. Or maybe Shirley, I don't know. Sometimes we go by her house. Sometimes we go by my house. So yeah, have a great day. And I will talk with you later. Bye.